Pakistan says India fired ballistic missiles at military bases inside Pakistan in the early hours of Saturday morning. Islamabad says the attacks targeted 3 air bases, the Nur Khan base in the garrison city of Rawalpindi, the Murid base in Chakwal, and the Rafiq base in the Jang district of the eastern Punjab province. Pakistan's army spokesperson says most of the missiles were intercepted, adding that the country's air force assets were all safe. Spokesperson Ahmed Sharif also called the attacks a provocation of the highest order. State-run Pakistani media say retaliatory strikes are underway, reporting that the army's targeting multiple locations in India. Tensions soared between the nuclear-armed South Asian nations after an attack in Pahalgam in Indian-administered Kashmir claimed the lives of 26 people on the 22nd of April. New Delhi launched Operation Sindoor on Wednesday, firing missiles at several Pakistani locations, to which Islamabad retaliated. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance has urged both parties to de-escalate, stressing that Washington will do what it can to achieve peace through diplomatic channels. Thousands of protesters gathered in Freedom Square in the Slovak capital Bratislava to voice their objection to Prime Minister Robert Fico's trip to Russia. Fico was the only leader of a European Union country to travel to Moscow for Victory Day parades marking the 80th anniversary of the defeat of Nazi Germany in World War II. Protesters chanted, "We've had enough, Slovakia is Europe, and stay there," as they condemned their leader for abandoning Europe and siding with Russia. Fico said in a video message that his objective was to create a relationship of, quote, normal and friendly cooperation with Russia. Protests began in December after Fico made his first trip to Moscow to meet with Putin to discuss gas deliveries. The Slovak leader is known for his pro-Russian views. He's routinely challenged the European Union's policies over Ukraine. He's also previously threatened to pull his country out of both the EU and NATO on several occasions.
Russia marked the 80th anniversary of its defeat of Nazi Germany with an enormous military parade in Moscow. The event is seen as a show of force of Russia on the international stage. Foreign leaders, including China's Xi Jinping and Brazil's Lula da Silva, joined President Vladimir Putin in the Russian capital, as well as Slovakia's Prime Minister Robert Fico. Speaking at the parade, Putin hailed Russian troops fighting in Ukraine.
Россия была и будет несокрушимой преградой для нацизма, русофобии, антисемитизма. Будет бороться с бесчинствами, что творят поборники этих агрессивных, разрушительных идей. Правда и справедливость на нашей стороне. Вся страна, общество, народ поддерживают участников специальной военной операции. Мы гордимся их смелостью и решительностью, той силой духа, которая всегда приносила нам только победу.
Serbia's President Alexander Vučić made his first trip to Russia since the invasion on Wednesday, despite the EU's message that visiting Moscow could derail Serbia's ambitions to join the bloc.
Denmark has summoned the acting U.S. ambassador in the country for explanations, following a report saying the U.S. is stepping up intelligence-gathering efforts regarding Greenland. The report, published by the Wall Street Journal, said several high-ranking intelligence officials had directed intelligence agency heads to learn more about Greenland's independence movement and sentiment about U.S. resource extraction there.
Jeg har godt læst en artikel i Wall Street Journal, og den bekymrer mig meget, fordi vi spionerer ikke mellem venner. Og jeg kan jo ikke vide, om det sker, fordi det står i en avis. Men det virker jo ikke særlig stærkt gendrevet af dem, der udtaler sig. Og det bekymrer mig.
Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen echoed the foreign minister's concerns on Friday, saying you cannot spy against an ally. Last month, she said U.S. statements about annexing the island were disrespectful and insisted the territory was not up for sale.